It's not always going to be an apocalypse when you bug out. Out here on the plains of Kansas, about the only reason I can think of I'm going to bug out is because of fast-moving prairie fire. In that situation, cell phones, electricity, all that stuff is going to work. So today I'm going to talk about some of the chargers and batteries and things like that. A little tech kit that I have in my go bag for when I decide to bug out. This kit isn't just for your bug out bag. It's also very handy when electricity goes off in your house. It's also pretty darn handy in your car when you're traveling too.
Are you prepared to cook a meal when electricity is off? Can you stay warm in your house when the furnace isn't working? This video series is not about collecting 100,000 rounds of ammo. This series is about being prepared for events that occur every day.
Producing a tornado 3 miles to the north.
Every capable human prepares every day of our lives. We prepare to go to work, we prepare to go to bed, heck, we even prepare to eat. Being prepared keeps us alive.
So to start out with, this case is just a cheapo water sports case you can get at most big box marts. And this piece of paper, which I'm not going to show you too close, you can probably see through it, is a photocopy of my driver's license and passport. Just done on a color copy machine, just in case. It's just stuck in this case because that paper's not waterproof. Alright, so obviously got this two style of USB cables right there, which are definitely useful in today's world. But what really got me started on putting together this case was this Thrunite charger. I just cannot say enough good things about this thing. I have this little piece of plastic stuck in there between the 18650 battery and the contact of the charger, because as soon as you pull that out, it becomes a power bank. And you can power USB devices with it. It'll power this little mini light bulb for about 7 hours. Might even be able to squeeze 8 out of it if it's really charged. And these bulbs are really, really nice light. These bulbs are like $3 each too. Available at Tesla Maker is where I got them. I'll put a link down in the description below. But this charger has more than just the ability to charge these 18650 batteries, which these things are becoming really common these days. But it will charge a variety of lithium-ion batteries. There's the numbers there. And also some nickel metal hydroxide batteries. It'll charge a AA battery, AAA battery, and a C battery. However, most flashlights seems like it has these 3 AAA battery cages in them. So you simply pop that in there. Do I have that the right direction? And you can charge 3 AAA batteries at once, which is really, really nice because it's really difficult to find a battery charger that will charge 3 of these things at once. Like I said, most flashlights these days are going to the 3 batteries in a cage like this. So that's really useful. So yes, with these 3 AAAs, it actually becomes a charging device. You know, you can power things, and you can also recharge them with this charger. So that's what's nice. This thing is both a power bank and a charger. And also, when you power these bulbs, you could get multiple 18650 batteries. Like I said, about 7 hours of runtime on a 3400 milliamp battery with these mini USB bulbs. So, I mean, you know, if you had 3 or 4 of these batteries, you'd have a lot of light. You know what I'm saying? And these things are really pretty easy to recharge too. Before I go too much further, talk about recharging these batteries real quick. This obviously doesn't fit in the box, but I have this USB solar panel. It's also from Tesla Maker. He has a newer version now. This solar panel is not available anymore, but his new version has Apple and Android USB outputs on it. And this is USB regulated, so it's the 5 volt all the time. You know, as long as there's enough sunlight to actually get it up to 5 volts, it provides a constant 5 volts. It's really nice. So, highly recommend getting one of these, and they're semi-flexible too, so the combination of having that solar panel, the Thrunite charger, and a USB light bulb, you got some really good renewable lighting going right there. This little charge cable is the one that came with one of these cheap power banks. I added it in just because it's cheap and it gives me, you know, more power for whatever. You know, they're pretty light, small, cheap. This flashlight I put in here, it was given to me as a Christmas present, and it's not one I really use a lot, so that's kind of why I got stuck in here. But the advantage of this thing is it runs on a single AA battery, and it runs for 35 hours on a single AA battery. That is really, really nice. So, one battery, recharge that thing in the Thrunite charger in a couple hours, and I got 35 hours of light. So I stuck it in here because I know where it's at, I can get to it, and I can have, while it's not a bright light, it's enough to see, to get me going, to get me to my next light, whatever. It's right there. And also, you know, if you're doing some reading or something like that, having a dimmer light is nicer. Threw in a USB wall adapter just because, you know, I'm not planning on bugging out solely in an apocalyptic type situation. You know, if a tornado takes my house and I might need to go to my neighbor's for a few days, or fire burns down my house and I got to relocate, that means I'm going to be able to find electricity somewhere else. This is a jump drive, obviously, and it has several things on it. It has a picture of my birth registration card, a picture of my social security card, a picture of my birth certificate, a picture of my driver's license, a picture of my passport, and also a bunch of photos off my computer, you know, stuff I've taken with my digital cameras, some tax information, some business information, and just some other important files off my computer. Because there again, if my house burns down, I'll probably lose my computer. This will at least give me something to get going again. So I think it's very important to have some information, especially in this digital age, so you can restart with all that. Lastly, I have this little adapter for my Samsung phone that allows me to plug, you know, USB devices, jump drives, you know, into my phone and transfer files from my phone to something else. This is a card reader USB adapter. Oh, really? There we go. And then this is a card adapter. So that allows me to share files with other people or put it on somebody else's computer or whatever. The only thing I would like to add to this is I'd like to have a USB extension cord so I could go from that solar panel to one of these cables to the charger, because sometimes these cables are just not quite long enough to get over to the sun or something like that. Otherwise, you know, I've been working on this box for a couple years and I can't think of anything else to add to it. So I hope that gives you some good ideas. You know, in this digital high-tech age, it just seems like it's prudent to have some electronic stuff with you. Because, like I keep saying, it's not always going to be a post-apocalyptic type situation in which electricity doesn't work anymore, in which you bug out, you know? If you have any ideas or suggestions, improvements, whatever, on this box, please put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. Oh, something else I forgot to mention is with this box, I can also set my cell phone in here and close it up, although not packed up like that. Alright, thanks for watching, y'all.